Hello Collective, I'm back again, this time with glasses. So I want to do a soulmate reading, like a future love reading for the collective. So this reading may resonate with you some way or another, but I always try to infuse some advice and guidance based on the cards that come out, and also from my own personal wisdom from past experiences as a human, just like you. Okay, so I'm going into the soulmate manifestation love oracle. So this says this is messages from your soulmate to guide you toward manifesting the divine union. So let's see what messages you need to know. And just so it's clear, I'm not answering any questions. I know when you go in the chat and it says community guidelines that questions are welcome. I have to change that. I have to go on my laptop and change that setting because right now I'm not answering any questions. And yeah, so this is just a future love reading for the collective. Most or all the messages may resonate with you. So just take what you need, leave what you don't. Good morning, Fintu. Thank you for coming back. So this is a future love reading. So what message does the collective need to know about their future love? Future love. Oh wow, I got 3 cards already, and I usually don't. I feel like I shouldn't, but I'm gonna take the first card I saw, which was effortless. The universe supports our union and our love will happen effortlessly. I could not say that word, effortlessly. That was effort. That was an effort on my part. Okay, what else? What else does the collective need to know? Well, this reminds me of a ring I have. It's interesting. The ring is, I don't know. I'm just focusing on the ring. It reminds me of a ring I have. Mine is silver though, but the stone is like a peach stone. Awakening. Someone may like peaches. Awakening. I'm going through a spiritual awakening right now. I'm transforming into the person I've chosen to become. So someone may be going through some sort of awakening. Awakening. Okay. Let me be careful. I was making some weird noise. Okay, let's see for future love for the collective. One more. Maybe I should have took those first 3 cards that came out. Okay. And wanderlust. I have so much more that I want to experience until I will be ready to settle down with you. So this could be your energy or your future person's energy. So this person, wanderlust, is usually someone who's still exploring. They may like to travel. They still don't, there's certain things that they don't even know. They don't know something about themselves. So if you don't really know much about yourself, then how can you really know what kind of relationship you want? It's important to know who you are. It's important to know what you value, what you prioritize, what's important to you. And then once you figure yourself out, then this is when you can meet somebody. But until you know who the hell you are, you can't really be in a relationship. And that could be this energy for this person. So it could be either your energy or theirs. You need to know who you are so that who you are is going into that relationship, you know. And you want to be confident in who you are. You want to love who you are because you want someone who's going to be confident in you and love you just as much as you want to be confident in them, you know, with being them and choosing them, being with them and choosing them. You don't want to be them. Well, maybe you want to marry each other. You want to be like each other in some way, but it's definitely someone needs time to reevaluate something. I would say this is like 7 of Wands energy. No, not 7 of Wands. It's 7 of Pentacles. Full energy. At the bottom of the deck, we have tribe. With all of our shared interests and goals, we could easily be part of the same community. So with this card, it could be that either this is someone who is part of your community, or it could be someone who will fit into your community and you will fit into theirs, you know? So there may be some sort of alignment, though there may be somebody here who still needs to figure themselves out before they can get into a relationship, you know? So Let's see this effortless. I want to clarify the effortless card. Okay, so if you're new here, my name is Tan. I'm Artemis Oracle. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. I'm not answering any questions. I know the community guidelines says that what questions are welcome. Right now, they are not welcomed. I'm sorry to disappoint. I have to change that setting because there are times when I do answer questions, and right now. I'm not taking any questions. Oh wow, this thing doesn't want to stay still. Stay still. Wow. I just hit. Wow, this is interesting. I have a card here from a different deck. I did a reading earlier and the harmony card. I must have put this in the, oh, you need to be in balance. You want a relationship that's harmonious. You want a peaceful relationship, a happy relationship, you know? But I hit this, the soulmate oracle deck, and then this card popped out, journey. I see a journey in our future. Is this how we meet? So some of you may be meeting somebody that while you're traveling. While you're traveling, you may meet somebody. I found that so like hard to harmony, yeah. And any relationship, especially if you want a soulmate connection, a connection that leads to marriage, family, 10 of Cups, you definitely want to be in harmony within yourself, at peace with yourself, at peace with who you are, you know, come to terms with all the shadow aspects of yourself. And you want to meet somebody who is harmonious within too. Whatever stuff you got going on within yourself that you don't deal with is going to be the third party in your relationship, you know. These used to be my favorite deck, but they're kind of hard to shuffle. I don't know if some of these cards are reversed. I'm going to read the cards in the upright, even if they're reversed, because I think I shuffled them wrong. But I also read intuitively, you know. So effortless. The universe supports our union. Our love will happen effortlessly. So tell me about this union. What can we know about this union? You know what? I'm going to change the format, actually. Do I want to do that? Like right now I'm stalling because I feel like I'm not doing something right. Okay, I'm not ready for the tarot, that's why. Okay. I'm gonna go into this Love Oracle deck here. I don't know, I gotta mess with those cards a little bit because I don't like the word of shuffling. It's kind of hard. I'm gonna switch decks, that's what it is. I gotta switch decks. Thank you. I have another deck with me. All right, so effortless. Let's see. I don't need to clarify with these. I could just get, can I get 3 cards, please, Spirit? 3 cards that resonate with the reading. Foundation, card came out, foundation. Remember, we all have to build a solid foundation within ourselves, you know? Established family security. We have to be secure within ourselves. We have to be able to stand in who we are, establish ourselves. It could be personally, like with our identities, establishing an identity that aligns with us and is true and authentic to us. Not because we're trying to attract somebody, but because we're being true to ourselves. We're being ourselves. We have releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. So there may be certain things that you need to remove that can help you restabilize your foundation if you have experienced some sort of imbalance with, because I'm tying it now to the harmony card. Okay, 2 cards came out. Obscurity. So it came out in the reverse. Obscurity, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. So there's certain things that in the shadow that have finally come to light to you. Some things that you realize, and it could be like having an understanding that you need to realize. You have to release certain shadow aspects of yourself. Some of you may be highly like codependent with the clinging card coming out. Some of you may be becoming aware that you're clingy. You know, maybe you weren't like seeing that before, but now you're aware, you know, but this could be also the person that you may be dealing with. This is something that you or the person you may meet in the future, your future love, may have to work on within themselves or within yourself, however it resonates with you. You know, release that clinginess. Oh, stress. When I was doing the pre-shuffle, the stress card came out too. Someone definitely needs to release some sort of stress, some sort of tension that they may be experiencing. Because remember, this is like low vibrational energy. If you're a clingy type of person, it's because that means you're codependent. And you constantly need someone around you to feel validated, to feel loved, to feel valued. Or it's just you don't feel secure on your own. You feel insecure on your own. Some people feel like they have to be in a relationship in order to be someone of value, you know, to be important. But the thing is, you got to make yourself important. And how you do that is by choosing yourself and prioritizing yourself and taking care of yourself and loving yourself. That's how you become important. You need to become important to yourself. Then you'll be important to someone else. But right now, you got to be important to yourself. You know, if there's some sort of stress that you're experiencing, anxiety, worry, that's something that also needs to be released too, because that could be something that's causing an imbalance within you and also destabilizing your foundation, which is yourself. You know, remember, we are our own home within. This body is encasing our soul, you know. But our brain wants to protect us, but it could also get in the way, you know, with our ego. So let me see what else. Healing, releasing, purifying, cleansing. Yeah, there's something that you need to release in order to heal. How can something be effortless if you're constantly fighting yourself and in turn fighting whoever may be your future love? It's not like you want a harmonious relationship. Who wants a relationship that's full of drama, abuse, of neglect, emotional, verbal, even physical? You don't want that. So there's certain things that, you know, you have to work out within yourself in order to attract a healthy love, an effortless love, one that just flows naturally and organically. It's not manipulated or steered or controlled to be something. It's something that just falls into place perfectly, you know? Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable. Remember talking about being destabilized? We got unstable here with the emotional storm. Turmoil, unstable, affected, you know? Definitely. Yeah. That definitely needs to be healed, you know, because then one day, someday, somewhere over the rainbow, you might meet somebody at another time, you know, in another time. Right now, it's not the time. If this is your energy, there's something that you need to release: codependency, worry, stress, the desire to be validated. Because like I said, the codependency, holding on, obsessing, spying, that's not healthy. You know, and some of you may be realizing that about yourself. Because you're essentially, and this is not only you. I'm talking to you because we're here together, you know. But this could be also the person that who may be your future love that needs to work on, you know. And then it's like, if you experience the same things and you heal from the same things, that's where the effortlessness comes from, because you have that understanding of each other, you have that empathy for each other, you have that compassion for each other, you know. And that's what makes it effortless, because it's not hard. You know, it's not, so I could just imagine someone taking that clip. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's just going to be like all the pieces are going to align, fall into place. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be what it's meant to be. But it's going to be beautiful, you know, because two beautiful people are going to be coming together, and they're going to be loving each other wholeheartedly and coming from a healthy place, a healed place. Okay. I said I wanted to switch decks. Because I have my regular tarot. It's just the way this deck is shuffling for me. It's not the greatest. And then I think I mixed up the cards with reversals, or maybe I don't need those cards. Maybe I don't need tarot. I don't think I'm going to use tarot. I don't think I need it. Okay, let me see. We try to figure out who this future love is. But of course, you want to know who it is, right? But you also need to know where you're going to be. You need to heal and what also they may be experiencing, because this could be what they're experiencing, I mean, but also, like, think about it. Imagine your future love is watching this and they're wanting to know who you are, and this could be you. So I'm saying you, it could be you or them. But only take the messages as they resonate with you. Don't try to force it. I don't know your story. I don't know you. I'm just trying to give you some insight based on what the cards are telling me and what my intuition is telling me, Because I want all of us to find love in the right time, when we're open and receptive and to receive it, So I'm going to go into that card fell out. This is the Oracle deck. Oh my God. Look, I got giants. Towering strength, mythical giants realm. So I was saying that I'm going into the Oracle deck. So this is this could be their occupation. This could be characteristics of this person. I mean, this is interesting. They could be a type of archetype. I'm going to read these cards intuitively, but I'm going to show you the imagery to see how it resonates with you. So I hope this reading helps you in some way or another. Remember, this is for your future love. And imagine your future love is watching this reading. So they could be learning about you while you're learning about them. All right, so giant. So when we think about giants, we usually see... Look at it. Someone who is towering. This person could be very tall. They could be large and in charge is what I want to say. It could be somebody who it just has this large presence. And it doesn't have to be their physical size, but just being in their energy, it's like you could sense their power. You could sense their strength. This is somebody that is very powerful, very strong, very masculine if you're a feminine energy. Too. So this may be something if it's towering strength, mythical giants realm. I think for some of you, the mythical card is if you encounter this person, you may feel because I did see the fairy card and I put it back in the deck. This person is in some way I don't know, they came out of nowhere. I don't know, I want to say it feels magical, mystical in some way. It says mythical, but I'm thinking mystical. Okay, what else? What else about the future love? Who this person could be? Werewolf, transformation, full moon, beast, howling, afterlife. So this is, do you remember I have a subscriber, shapeshifter. Werewolves are shapeshifters, lichens, right? Isn't that what werewolves are called? Lichens? I think that's their name. So this person could be someone who may be undergoing some sort of transformation within their life. This could be somebody that may have a lot of body hair in them. They may have a dog that may be black. I don't know. May have a black dog. This is someone, yeah, definitely, I'm getting this. And we're going to have a full moon on Sunday, the full moon in Sagittarius. I'm not saying you're going to meet your future person in Sagittarius full moon, or the blue moon, but we do have the moon showing up. So the moon phase may be significant because this looks like a full moon. And werewolves usually change or transform during a full moon. So there may be something going on within you or within this person during the full moon phase where they're maybe releasing. And remember, full moons are about releasing, and we have the releasing here. So this person could be releasing something, or this could be something that you're releasing right now. You could be releasing, or they could be releasing everything that I talked about with the clinginess and the stress and the emotions and being unstable and all that, So that could be something that's transformed performing with this person at this time. But they could be somebody who has a lot of body hair. They may have a black dog. They... For some reason, I'm not werewolves have the teeth, but this person could have interesting teeth in some way. You know how some people could have that, I think they call it the eye tooth, but it kind of looks like a vampire. Like maybe that one's a little longer. They have something distinct about their tooth or teeth. That may be significant to you. Now, the next card that came out was heir, succession, legacy, lineage, and descendant. So this could be somebody that could have wealth from inherited wealth, or they can be inheriting something if somebody passes away. It could be anything. It could be like money. It could be an estate. It could be a home. It could be, what to say, a disease. Hopefully it's not that, inherited traits we have. Well, this person could also be, this person could also be Arab in some way. They could come from Saudi Arabia, comes to mind, but they could just have an Arabic background influence, or they may be interested in Arabic culture. Oh, one card flipped. Time traveler, temporal, future, past, time machine. This could be somebody that you've known a long time ago. This could be somebody that you may have known from the past, but they may be reemerging in your future. So I don't know if this is a past person that you had a relationship with. For some of you, it could be that, but it could also be someone that you've known or that you've forgotten about from a long time ago that is now reemerging and making the presence known. They're basically a mystery because you see this person, he's cloaked. You don't see his face. You can't tell. Well, I would assume it's a dude, but for all we know, it could be a feminine. But remember, this reading is for everybody, regardless of your gender identity. So this person is a mystery in a way. They could be somebody from your past that may be resurging, maybe making an emergence, re-emerging in your present. Or in your future, because this is a future love reading. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Werewolf energy. Cut this. Ally, support, partnership, unity, mutual aid. This could be somebody that is an ally to you. There could be somebody that will be supportive of you, of whatever you're doing. This is somebody who always has your back, or who will have your back. Hopefully, even when you're wrong, but they may tell you, you're wrong, but I have your back, but you're wrong. We want honest people. But this is someone that is supportive, someone that is a partner. It says partnership. Someone that is, like earlier, when I did an earlier live stream, the Ride or Die came out. And you see this is a samurai. It looks like a samurai. And this person could be your ride or die person. Whatever obstacles you and them face together, you're going to face them together. It's not like you're going to be on your own. Like this is, you can figure it out yourself because it's your problem. So you need to find your solution. But this is someone who's going to support you, who's going to be there. And vice versa. You may be that to them too. Remember, your future love could be watching this reading for all I know. Remember, this reading could be, I'm going to post a replay. So who knows who's going to see this, and your future love may be watching. So take the messages as they resonate to. Primitive human, ancient primordial, rustic instinct. This could be somebody that does like to do outdoorsy things. They may I'm thinking naked and afraid. Earlier, I was channeling Survivor and Bachelorette. Somebody likes reality TV. That's coming to my mind right now. Because I think it's Survivor. Survivor. I'm thinking about Survivor, Naked and Afraid. This person could be into anthropology. For all I know, they could be an anthropologist. There may be somebody who likes sociology, culture. They like to know about human origins. This person could also work in a museum. This person could also come from a country where they could trace back they could find the first trace of humans. That popped up on my mind. I had to say it. So, anything else? Thinker. This is someone who thinks, who may be very philosophical. Could be an overthinker. Definitely that. But it says meditate, focus, profound. This could be a very stoic person too, because I'm thinking about Greeks. They teach about stoicism. Marcus, the name Marcus comes to my mind too. Marcus, I think Marcus, I don't know his name, but I think he's a person. I don't know if he was a philosopher from ancient Rome or ancient Greek, but I think it's Greek because I thought of Greek. But someone could be from Rome, someone could be Italian, someone could be from Greece, someone could come from the Mediterranean. I was going to say something. I was going to say Mediterranean, but maybe somebody likes to play video games, likes to play Terraria. I don't know. I was going to say Mediterranean. But this is someone who's like a deep thinker. This is a person that might enjoy like being on their own. But this could be somebody who maybe just who thinks, you know, we all think. Even dumb people think, you know, the shit that comes out their mouth, they had to think about it, right? Trying to be funny here. But yeah, this is somebody who could be very philosophical, who like may question the meaning of life. You know, like, why am I here? What is the purpose of this experience? You know, or they could be into mythology, Greek mythology, mythology in itself. But the name Marcus, there's somebody who came up with the idea of stoicism. Marcus, I forgot that person's name, but the name Marcus is the name that popped up again in a previous reading. Nightmare, possessed, phantom chase. I think this person, like if we thinking about this person may be reflecting on certain things that they experienced in our past that may be a nightmare. This person could be at this moment experiencing something terrible. They may be going through a challenging time in their life that feels like it's a nightmare to them. You know, we have those moments, you know, where this person could also like the movie Nightmare on Elm Street. I know, very like, oh yeah, Tanya, yeah, you say that because it says nightmare on the card. But this person could like have certain fears. They may have a fear of the dark. They also may have fear of the boogeyman. But they may like horror movies. Or this could be somebody that experiences night terrors. I also want to say this person could like horror arts. Is that a thing? I'm pretty sure that is, right? There is horror rap. All right, let me get 2 more cards. And then we're gonna go 2 more. I'm trying to get as much information for you guys. Feud. So this person could be going through some sort of feud in their life. You could be going through a feud. Remember, your future love could be watching this about you. You know, please take the messages as they resonate. I should have that button, like the Staples button. That was easy. But mine would say, take the messages as they resonate. But yeah, feud. They may be going through some sort of struggle. I want to say a legal battle. Somebody could be going through a legal battle, and that could be a nightmare in itself too. And then earlier, I just noticed the emotional storm. You know, somebody could be going through a divorce, child custody. Someone could be experiencing some sort of health issue. Just something that is feeling like a nightmare. But it could be also conflict. They could be feeling some sort of conflict within themselves, within their past. Hermit. This person could be going through the hermit journey, needing to navigate whatever they're experiencing at this time. They may be on their own. We did have, What's the card? The Thinker card. This is also what the Hermit energy does. That could be resonant too. This person may not be in a place of authority. This just could be, this, it says commoner in the bottom of the deck, but this is, it says regular people, regular citizen, everyday, ordinary. This person may not have any special career, or like they may not be like well known. They may be considered a commoner. So this could be somebody that doesn't have a large social media presence. They don't have a lot of followers. They don't have a lot of clout. They, you know, they could just be a regular person, or maybe this could be a very humble person too. Someone who's very humble and is connected with, you know, their community, connected with their family, just, you know, doesn't think highly of themselves, especially if they're coming from a family where there may be an heir. They could be like, yes, I'm privileged, but I'm also humble. I am aware of that I am privileged, but that doesn't make me better than anybody. That could be something. I had to say that, you know? So I'm gonna have to close this reading out soon. So, hi, Imaginary Aquarius. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Love and light to you as well. So I'm gonna go into the, hold on, I gotta text somebody. Oh, Lori. All right, so I'm going into the Deep Love Oracle deck. So this is like advice, guidance for people looking for future love. Something to think about. We have the Thinker card. Let's see. A card flipped. Perfect. And then look at the bottom. Anchor. Trust is the anchor of the relationship. Steady and firm. Trust is so important in a relationship. You know that. Especially if you've experienced a lot of situations where you felt like you couldn't really trust somebody. Wait. I thought I had 3 cards. Did I just put it back? Oh, well, I guess not. Expression. Words are the messengers of the soul. Express your deepest love and care. So it's important to keep your heart open, and in order for you to communicate love, to be an embodiment of love, and to also express love. So if you want to meet somebody, you got to make sure that your heart is open, that it's open and available, and it's healthy and clear, and the same for your person. Acceptance, fully accept each other for true love to take root and flourish. In order to really accept another person, you have to first accept yourself. And in order to accept each other, you have to accept like those flaws, those little, I don't want to say defects, but also those little quirks that you have. That's the word I was looking for, quirks. You know, but you have to appreciate and accept the person you love for who they are and not who you want them to be. It's also like I'm saying, it's like, don't try to change something. Don't try to change someone. Just as much as you wouldn't want anybody to change you. And if you want to change, bring change, it's more like you have to inspire the change. You have to be the change, right? But you also have to not try to force it. Now, unconditional. Give unconditional love without the expectation of return. So this is about when you give love and they give love. When you give love to each other, it's because you want to give it. You're not expecting anything in return. There is no, like, you owe me because I love you, you know, nothing like that. You know, you have to accept and love each other, which is what unconditional love is. You wouldn't want the person to change. You wouldn't try to change them for who they are. They wouldn't try to change you for who you are. This is about acceptance. So now I'm going to be leaving. So remember, keep your heart open. accept yourself. Whoever this is, there are going to be things that you may not agree with. But if you really love each other, whoever this is may be. I'm sorry, I'm getting a ride, so I got to make sure I'm in time to reach it. Oh. Yeah, oh, sorry, I got distracted. All right, so remember, you have to accept yourself, accept each other. Unconditional love requires that. Also, you have to be grounded within yourself in order to have, and your partner, your future person, has to be grounded themselves in order for you to have a strong, grounded relationship. Trust is the anchor of the relationship, steady and firm. Most important thing is you have to trust yourself. Trust yourself, because if you trust yourself, you can't go wrong. Because if you could trust yourself, then you'll know you'll make the right decisions. You won't have to second guess. You won't have to overthink, you know? All right, so I hope this reading was helpful in some way. If it does, or if it was, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll be on tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and maybe around 5:30 to 6:30. I mean 6 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you tomorrow, and thank you so much again for liking, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening ahead, and I'll see you next time. Love and light, everyone. Bye.